Press subscribe button to get notification. So we are humans and we use English, Hindi, Marathi, Telugu, etc. languages to communicate with other people. Like that, computers have also different types of languages. My name is Gajanan, so we will start today. So computer languages is different than human language. So when we want to communicate with computer, we need to translate them into computer suitable language. Right. Now you will ask which language computers prefer. So computer knows only 0 and 1, that is binary language. Bi means 2, so only two bits are there, that is 0 and 1. So that language is known as a binary language. The another name for binary language is machine language. Now computer languages are divided into two types. The first one is low level and second one is high level language. Now again, low level language is divided into two main types. The first one is machine level language and second one is assembly level language. So both languages we will learn today. I will explain what exactly machine language and assembly language. Now machine language, it is actually a set of instructions. I already told you that computer knows only 0 and 1. So set of zeros and ones, 0 ones mix. So all that is understand by computer, but it is in such a pattern. If we are trying to write just 0 and 1, so it will not understand by the computer. So we must know some set of rules to convert everything into 0 and 1. Now, this is most primitive language. It was first developed while computer development was started that time. Some programmers are worked on this. Okay. Now, internal architecture of every machine is different because their use may be different. So, it is very difficult to program by using machine language. By using just 0 and 1, it is very difficult to code. Okay. So, now 0 and 1 collection of this code, that is 0 and 1, which will be directly understand by computer, because computer knows only 0 and 1. So computer is very familiar with 0 and 1, so there is no need to translate any code to 0 and 1. So we cannot there is no need to translate that code to the 0 and 1, because human only understand English like language or Hindi, etc. So computer need to translate everything which humans provide to computer. Now we'll see the basic difference of machine language and assembly language. See, in right hand side there is a machine language. Now in this machine language only 0 and 1, the collection of 0 and 1s are given. There is 8 bits actually, 00100 101. It's actually a when 8 bits get together, so it forms a byte. So byte are given there. In right side there is a machine language and its conversion into assembly language also given in left side, that is ST1 in bracket 801, etc. This is what? This is the assembly language of machine language. We will learn about assembly language in next slides. Okay. So we'll see features of machine language. The first feature is what? It is set of instructions written as a pattern of bits, that is 0 and 1. It will only written in a 0 and 1. The second one is it's most primitive. So first of all it was developed, so it is known as a most primitive language. Then third one is it is machine dependent. So where we will code, so it will be suitable for only that particular machine. So this is about the machine level language. Now assembly language, symbolic representation or names are used by programmers. I have just given their example, CAL for calculation, then move, it's just a MOV which can use for move, right? Now assembly language, it's just a symbolic representation. It is also known as abbreviation, you can say. Another name for abbreviation is mnemonics. So it was developed in 1950. It is also known as a second generation language. Now as compared to machine language, assembly language consumes very less time and efforts. So it takes less time to code, right? As compared to machine language, it's easy to write. Now features of assembly language. The first feature is what? It is written in a pattern of abbreviation. Collection of words will be there. Second one is it is machine dependent, and third one is what? It needs to translate into machine language. Now high level languages. It is like English. It is very much simple as compared to assembly and machine language. It is not machine dependent. If we have code, so that code will be run on any computer. So it is not computer machine dependent. Now basic COBOL Fortran, that is formula translator, which was developed in 1956 and which was very famous at that time. So these are examples of high level language. Nowadays we are using C, C++, Java, Android, Visual Basic. So these are languages now we are using and we are working on that. Now some features of high level language. The first feature is it is not machine dependent. Okay, so if we have code somewhere, so we can apply that code on any computer or any PC. The second one, we need to translate that code into machine language. It is compulsory to translate that code. And the first one is it is English like language, so it is easy to understand. Now we'll see now fourth generation language. So fourth generation language are, nowadays we are using fourth generation languages which are usually used for developing high level softwares like commercial applications, commercial desktop applications. So these languages need very less programming. If someone have very less knowledge of programming, so then also he can develop softwares by some ideas which are given in that editor. Now the editor means what? The software which helps to develop a softwares on that. Okay. Now the third one, so this language have editor which helps you to create softwares with minimum efforts. So no more efforts required to develop softwares. Now its features are it's machine independent. If you have code, if you have created some softwares on any particular PC, so same code, the same software can be useful in another computer also. Now second one is reduced programming cost, efforts and time. If you are using fourth generation languages, then very less cost, efforts and time will be required to develop softwares, because already ready-made environment is given to you and you have to just apply your ideas. So all maximum things will be ready-made if you want to do code. Now user graphical interface is available there, so user can find out lot of options. The graphics will be appears there, so he can select various options and he can code. So some key points are there. The less programming is required, it can be developed in less time. Now translator, the main use of translator is to translate given code into 0 and 1. Okay, so now high level languages are not understood by computer, so we need translator to help computer to understand human, what human try to code. Okay, now coding means what? Something we want to do by using computers, so we will provide some code to computers. So that thing is known as a encoding. That means we are coding to perform some task. So that thing is encoding, and computers will translate that code into 0 and 1. That thing is known as a decoding. Now there are three types of translator. The first one is assembler, second one is compiler, and third one is interpreter. Now assembler is used for only assembly language. It will convert assembly language into machine language. Now the second one is compiler. Whole program will compile at once and will show all errors at once finally. Now interpreter is what? It will compile line by line. It will compile first line. If errors will found, it will stop, like that. So it is slow as compared to compiler.
Yeah.